Welcome. This is Heart-Centered Tarot. And as always, my name is Marina, and I'm your guide for this portion of the journey. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're happy, and I hope you're healthy. I wanted to jump on here and just kind of quickly give you an update on some things that have been going on. I have felt rather disconnected from things for about a week or so. Just hard to put into words what's been happening, but I have just I'm tired. I'm having difficulty focusing and so on. And I think it was at some point earlier today that I was actually watching another tarot reader, and someone on her channel had mentioned that Chiron was in retrograde. Now, I'll tell you again, I know enough about astrology to be really dangerous. So I do know a little, and I do know about the things that sort of affect me as a Libra, but I don't always know that much that I can, share with other people and say, well, and this is what it's doing for you, and so on. Anyway, when I heard that the Chiron was in retrograde, and it went into retrograde July 15th. Is that today? Yesterday? Anyway, it just kind of resonated with me, and so I thought, oh, I should maybe take a little closer look at this. And oh boy, did it explain an awful lot of things for me. So much so that as I was looking into it, I thought, oh, it's like the weight of the world has been lifted off my shoulders. Okay, I'm not going crazy. Well, not more than normal, but you know what I mean. So, and of course, Chiron in retrograding is going to have a different effect on you, depending on where it is in your natal chart and depending on what house it sits in. In my case, it sits in the 9th house. So my Chiron is an Aquarius in the ninth house. One of the things that I learned was that this configuration very often shows up in the chart of someone who is a starseed. So, knowing that just further explains a few things as well. I had earlier this year, yes, I had the pleasure of having my Akashic records looked at. And one of the things that it had said was that this is my 111th life. I've been around for 35,000 years, and I go back to Lemuria. And from Lemuria, I went to Atlantis, and from Atlantis, I went into South America, into Mexico primarily. that on its own, when I learned that, answered a lot of questions. I've always had a pull towards the Mayan and the Aztec cultures, and several trips to Mexico were life-changing, literally life-changing. So, as for the starseed, the configuration in my chart would put it, would make it maybe a little challenging for me to sort of be part of a community. And yet, at the same time, I feel very drawn to different communities. So, how to sort of put all this together is that it explained some of the heaviness that I've been feeling. I should also point out that excuse me. Iced coffee. When Chiron is in retrograde, it brings up in everybody's chart, it brings up old wounds, things that need to be looked at, things that need to be healed. And what that particular wound might be depends on the sign, and particularly what house that Chiron is in. So let me just give you, before I go any further, let me just give you a little bit of information about Chiron. Chiron is a comet, and it is known as the wounded healer. And the reason that it's called that is in Greek mythology, Chiron was a centaur, which is half man, half horse. And he was a healer and a teacher, and unfortunately, he was not able to heal himself. He devoted his life to trying to find cures to heal himself, and he couldn't, but he shared what he found with others. So he was able to heal others and to teach others and so on. Now, in the cosmos, he sits between Uranus and Saturn. And Uranus and Saturn are sort of the balance between independence and responsibility, right, between those two. And generally, Chiron does a full orbit of the solar system every 50 years. So, you know, the effect of Chiron are felt by different signs at different times. So, how did he end up being the wounded teacher? Greek mythology is absolutely fascinating. And if you ever have a chance to look into it, to delve into it, I promise you'll be rewarded. It really is, truly remarkable. So apparently there was a number of centaurs who got together, and it was kind of the equivalent of a mythological bar fight. Anyway, one centaur said something to another centaur, blah, 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 and it went from there. And Hercules was not very happy with what was going on, so, he's trying to kind of clear everybody out. He's shooting arrows, and Chiron gets wounded in the leg. Now, he was not a participant in what was going on. He just happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. So, arrow struck him in the leg, and the wound would not heal, and it festered, and so on. So he had this wound, which was very, very painful all his life. Now, define life. As an immortal, it would be something that he would just have for eternity. It was something that would just fester and be a source of pain and agony all his life. However, what Hercules did later on is he spoke to Zeus and one of the other gods and said, look, we've got Prometheus, who is chained, and he's mortal, but he was being punished by one of the other gods, so that the blackbirds would pluck away at his liver all day, causing obviously great pain and agony. And then the liver would regenerate overnight so that the process could continue again the next day. So Hercules said, look, why don't we trade places? We'll, instead of Prometheus being there, let's put Chiron in there. And so that's what happened. Since he was wounded anyway, and there was no way that his suffering was ever going to end, it kind of made sense. So, Greek mythology, like I said, it's fascinating and it's wonderful. So, having said that and kind of explained all that, I am, over the next probably day or two, going to be concentrating on my spiritual wound. And I think that I have sort of recognized where it is and where it's come from. And it makes sense to me that that's where it is. So I have an opportunity now to heal that, and I'm going to do that. I'm definitely going to concentrate on healing that, and as I say that, I can feel in my sacral chakra, in my solar plexus, I can feel a churning. I can feel a semblance or a little something, whatever, of fear, and that tells me I'm on the right track. So, and for those of you who may not have ever heard it, the fear is okay, I've forgotten now, but it's what it stands for. Like false evidence appearing real. That's what it is. Fear. False evidence appearing real. So now that I can recognize that, I can go ahead and do something with it. I think this is a fantastic opportunity. And because Chiron retrograde is going to affect everyone, I invite you to look into it. Okay, do a little bit of research. Find out where Chiron is in your natal chart. Find out what house it's in, and see if the information that you gather kind of resonates with you. Because, as I said, in each house is sort of, different. In one house, it will affect your relationships. In another house, it will affect your career. In another house, it will affect your travel or your dreams or whatever. So once you isolate where, then you can kind of know what to do. So that's a little bit of an update of what's been going on with me over the last week or so. And yeah, little bells went off. As soon as I heard that, I thought, oh, ding, ding, ding. Yeah, that makes total, absolute sense. Now, as I say that, I think maybe we need to pull some cards, and let's see what sort of energy we have. So, since I spoke of the Akashic record, let's consult the Akashic Tarot by Chiron and Klingler and Sandra and Taylor. That's this one. So, I like to keep all my cards in the boxes that they came in, only so that I think they're better organized. They're easier to find. A variety of things. Why? I don't know. It's simple. And if I need to go, or someone says, "What deck are you using?" I don't have to wonder. It's very easy. So, Akashic Tarot. Akashic. What messages? What messages do you have for us as we go through this Chiron retrograde? And the retrograde, by the way, is from July 15th to December 19th. So it's going to be some time. Okay, what do we need to think about? What lesson is there from Chiron during this time? Come on, card. Come on up. There you are. In crescent moon. In crescent moon. That is really interesting since the I think the new moon happened on the 9th of July. And that's also a time to bring up things and heal things. So that is very, very profound that it came out now. Now, since this is a deck that I don't do a lot of work with, I'm going to look up and see if I can find come on. Keys, here we go. 6 of keys. The waxing moon on the card shows an exciting time of increase, abundance, and growth. Your efforts have combined with external circumstances, and even the stars have aligned. If things have been financially tight for you recently, relax. There is great opportunity for increase and fulfillment in every way. Financially, creativity, and even in your reputation and prestige. So just do the work and get ready to receive. Very, very nice. Okay. That certainly goes along with Chiron, in that, look at what you need to let go of, what you need to fix. And once you do that, abundance will come in. So, okay, and this is a waning moon or waxing moon, not a new moon. But you know what? I read the cards intuitively. I read them how they come up. So to me, the new moon, it falls in line with what I saw earlier. Okay, so having done that, let me take a look at the tarot and see what the tarot cards. No, actually, no. I'm going to go to the Oracle of the Fairies, because I feel this is kind of more of an oracle reading than a tarot reading, and I go with the flow. Right? I go with whatever spirit kind of throws my way, and trust the guidance. Okay. Oh, alrighty. This kind of turned itself over. Hidden depths. Glasses back. Alrighty. Something hidden is about to come to light. Oh, please. Perhaps a secret or a memory at the back of your mind. When we expose what's hidden, we can become free. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. That's exactly the energy of Chiron, is to bring forth things that have been hidden, memories that maybe we have suppressed, things that we dealt with maybe half-heartedly, and thought that we had put aside because it felt good at the moment, and it soothed the ego at the moment to think that, oh yeah, I dealt with that. Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. Chiron invites us to go further, to go deeper, to see what's there, as does the Oracle here. Oracle of the Fairies by Karen K. Here you go. Hidden depths. Oh, how absolutely true. If I had to pick a card, that's the one that I would have picked. Okay, what else? Oh. I can feel this is almost a comforting energy. Kind of like someone has put their hand around my shoulder and is saying, okay, we'll get through this. Okay, what else? Let me do this. Inspiration. Be prepared, as you'll soon receive a visit from the Fairy of Inspiration. Come dusk or dawn, she can call at any time. Inspiration is, not only is it a creative force, but inspiration moves us to do things, to try things, to align ourselves with different things. Inspiration is that little spark of an idea that says, well, wait a minute. You know, why do we do it this way? Why don't I try doing something else? And it's very favorable. Inspiration, I like that. Okay, let's see what else. What else do we have? One more. Whew. Wait for winter. Right away. I'm thinking Game of Thrones. Winter is coming. Okay. During the cold months, the Fairy Queen of Winter will help you manifest your most heartfelt wishes, as long as your intentions are for the highest good of all. Okay. What I'm being told is yes, winter. Wait for winter. If you begin the work now and you deal with the past and you deal with the wounds, then by the winter time you can be ready to not only let go but make space for new things to come in. And remember, I said Chiron is retrograde from July 15th to December 19th. So that fits very nicely with that. Okay. That's all that I'm going to have for you today. I do hope that I'll be able to get back on here fairly quickly. I usually like I like to get on here when I'm moved by spirit. I think that's kind of when I'm at my best when it comes to reading the cards. Sometimes there are little things that come up without even reading the cards. But I will definitely be back. And I did mention a while ago that I would come on here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, so on. Did that for a short week, and then things kind of came up, and I thought, oh, doing it that way sounds so much like a job, and I don't want this to be work. I want this to be something that I enjoy, that you enjoy. So when I'm moved, I will definitely be here. It may be 2-3 days between readings, but I think that's the essence of who I am, who I want to be, right? Things might change as I get more subscribers. And by the way, if you enjoyed this, give it a like, give it a thumbs up, consider becoming a subscriber, hit the little bell notification. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a video. as there are more subscribers and more people that are commenting and whatnot, I'll be able to go live. And then I think at that point, with questions and whatnot, it will be a lot easier to get on more frequently. But as things are now, I will come on when I'm moved to come on, when I'm guided to come on, and I hope that's okay with you. I think that's probably the best way to go. Anyway, I always want to say, thank you, my darlings. And yet, Cash Peters, that's one of his catchphrases is, hello, my darlings. And I admire him too much to try to jump on that bandwagon. But until I see you again, be well, take care of yourselves, give yourself permission to accept yourself just as you are, where you are, and how you are, because you're perfect. You are perfect. So, until next time, when you come around and we'll have a cup of tea and play, take care.